From Las Vegas, the poker capital of the world, and world-famous Caesars Palace Resort and Casino, the National Poker League presents the Vegas Open. Tonight, 6 finalists will compete in No Limit Texas Hold'em for the championship and the chance to go on to the NPL Finals, all tonight on the National Poker League's Vegas Open. There you get a look at the hardware. That's our NPL Vegas Open trophy, and that there is David Zazi of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Our second final tableist is Ryan Gentry from sunny San Diego, California.
Joining them is Keith Tilston from Austin, Texas.
A familiar face around the poker circuits, a force to be reckoned with, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi.
And last but definitely not least, our stockbroker from Ludlow, Massachusetts, it's Mr. Robert Tybierski.
The stage is set, gentlemen. There you see our blinds, 1 and 200. The ante is a quarter. The website, npltv.com. Log on, and who knows, you might even be joining these young guns at some point down the line.
All of our players starting with the exact same amount of chips, a different type of poker, a different strategy which needs to be employed at this final table, especially with the winner-take-all format.
Well, so far, these guys have outlasted full tournament fields to get to final tables, to get to the heads-up semifinals, and now back to a final table atmosphere, 5-handed. We pick up the action with Keith Tilston and the Grinder.
Keith Tilston with the ace-9. He's flopped a flush draw, maybe a backdoor straight draw. Mizrachi with top pair jacks.
Keith has been a very deliberate and thoughtful player thus far in the NPL Vegas Open. Doesn't tend to make a lot of mistakes, doesn't tend to pay off a lot. It'll be interesting to see how he responds to the reputation of the Grinder. The Grinder on his left, a very aggressive player, not an easy seat draw for Keith.
Well, the reputation of the Grinder has definitely made its way to this final table. These young guns would love to be him. Michael's won many, many tournaments in the last couple years on the circuit.
Check.
Keith Tilston will check over to the Grinder.
1125.
And he's going to value bet 1125.
Correct.
What do you think about this bet, Oliver?
I think it's a no-brainer. You've got to value bet your hand here. It's highly unlikely that Keith has hearts, and Queen Jack looks to be the best hand. The 4s didn't change anything. I like it. And what Keith is thinking here is the Grinder is a very aggressive player. Does he have a busted flush draw or a busted straight draw? And do I need to call with my ace high here? They've never played against one another. Keith may look him up, and that's exactly what he does. The Grinder shows jacks and 4s and takes it down. Stick around as we return to Caesars Palace and NPL's Vegas Open right after this.
Keith Tilston continuing to dominate this heads-up match now. And look at this. Pocket Cowboys. Does it get any better than that?
Well, if you're going to pick them up here and now. 2 kings. Uh-oh. Ace 10 for Ryan Gentry. I smell trouble.
All in.
All in and a call. Oh, this is horrible. What?
Terrible, terrible news for Ryan Gentry. 2 kings for Keith Tilston. He's going to need to spike one of 3 remaining aces. Queen, 7, no help. Keith Tilston, a big favorite now. He's that much closer to the 100 grand.
Pocket Kings way in the lead. Ryan praying for an ace, hoping for an ace. If he does not catch an ace, he'll go home with nothing.
The turn is the 3 of spades. Neither player holds a spade. Only an ace now can save him. Keith Tilston, he's 1 card away from the championship and $100,000.
He's 93% of the way down the path to 100 grand richer. What is the river card? It's a 7 of diamonds. Keith Tilston is our National Poker League Vegas Open champion.
Keith's taking home the $100,000, the trophy, and the title.
Well, I tried my hardest like I always do, and I felt I played a very good game, but got trapped at the end there in an unfortunate situation. I lost. I'm disappointed, but it's all right. It's poker. It happens.
First order of business, Keith. How does it feel?
It feels great. Cards fell my way, and it always feels great when you can win a big tournament. It doesn't happen very often, but it feels great when it does. So.
Caesars Palace's very own Cleopatra is here with the trophy. Go ahead and accept that. Oh, apparently she had a little something else in store for the young man. What do you think of the trophy? That's a good-looking piece of hardware, huh? Hoist it up. Give it a kiss like Stanley Cup style or something, right? There you go. Now, is that all you want, or are you waiting on something else?
I heard you got something else for first place, not just the trophy.
Okay, well, you could trade that in. It's 2 stuffed animals, get you a big one. No, here it is. It's the cash. Caesar himself is going to award you with your $100,000 grand prize.
IPL, the International Poker League, is the new premier sports brand in poker and is also the first to introduce World Circuit event, structured to recognize the most skilled players and crown a true world champion. The IPL takes poker to a global sports stage at world-renowned venues with the International Tour of Champions. The IPL, the International Poker League.
Hi, I'm Brittany Palmer. On this trip getting ready for one of the biggest events in Las Vegas. It's the IPL presentation of the finals of the Vegas Open.
Get ready to play poker from the International Poker League. It's the first global circuit, hitting stops in 6 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. It's worldwide poker action. Tonight, the poker capital of the world, Las Vegas. It's the 2nd annual Vegas Open. Top-ranked players are ready for the International Poker League's presentation of the Event of Champions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to NPL Central and the final round of competition in the Vegas Open. I'm Dave Farah.
And I am Jack Haley, and we're at the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas, and this is it, the Event of Champions, the $15,000 buy-in. Dave, what does that mean? Close to $1 million in the prize pool. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see who takes home the crown, and more important than that, the money.
Here are the 6 finalists. In seat number 1 is our chip leader, Alan Cunningham, with over $540,000 in chips. Seat 2 is Nikolai Evdokov with $221,000. In seat 3 is David Singer with over $332,000 in chips. In seat number 4 is Antonio Solario with almost $250,000 in chips. Seat 5 is Michael Thuritz with $180,000. And in seat 6 is Toto Leonidis with $186,000. This is exciting. We are down to our final 6 players, the final table of the Event of Champions at the Venetian. You can tell the crowd is starting to build in the background, and here we go.
There is a buzz in the air. Remember, $15,000 buy-in, over $385,000 in purse money to first prize, almost $1 million in the prize pool. I mean, these players right now, you can smell it, you can taste it. The money is just off to the side. Alan Cunningham, what's he going to do? Raise, because he can feel the money.
Alan Cunningham has Queen 10 offsuit. 7,200 is the raise. David Singer looks down at Ace 10 offsuit. Thinking about it.
David, one of the hottest players in the world right now, just won the $10,000 buy-in at the Caesars Palace a couple of weeks ago.
He's going to make the call of 7,200. Antonio, King, Queen of clubs.
A lot of people may not know Antonio, a big-time, big cash game player. You might recognize him from high-stakes poker. He plays deep, deep cash for some of the best players in the world.
Flop 6, 4, 7, 2 spades, 1 club.
The flop helped absolutely no one. Selective aggression here. Oh, Alan Cunningham checked. Could have probably won this pot right there for Alan Cunningham.
On the turn, we have a 5 of clubs. That's an interesting card. Now gives Antonio a flush draw. Alan Cunningham is going to make a bet, though, with 2 checks in front of him. The bet is $15,000.
And that's the bet he probably should have made on the flop. It would have taken down the pot. However, he is now making the bet a little bit too late, trying to take this pot down. But as you can see, Antonio is going to make the call. Remember, he has 2 overs and a flush draw.
And on the river, a 3 of clubs, which puts a straight on the board, but gives Antonio the king high flush.
The perfect card for Antonio, because now he's going to value bet at this pot, knowing he has the flush, and can he bait Alan Cunningham into making this call, hoping for a chop pot.
Well, with the straight on the board, it's tough to lay it down for Cunningham, isn't it?
Well, remember, there was a raise pre-flop by Alan Cunningham. There's a lot of money already invested into this pot. His question is this a chop pot, or is he basically giving his money away? It's always difficult to call in this position.
What a great spot for Antonio. Alan Cunningham is going to make the call. Interesting.
A rare mistake in the kink of the armor for Alan Cunningham. A bad call, and he sees the bad news. Antonio is going to win the first pot of the day.
And a nice size pot. This is the final table of the Event of Champions at the Venetian. We're going to see more top-level play here at the Vegas Open. The Event of Champions, almost $1 million laying on the table. Alan Cunningham, David Singer, really, really close now.
Doesn't get any better than this. Again, David Singer on the button. Queen 9 of spades. He's going to bump it up, make it 50,000. You want to see a flop, Alan Cunningham? Put some chips in play. That's what he's saying.
Alan Cunningham is going to make that call. He's got King Jack offsuit. We're going to see a flop.
Both these players very close in chip count right now.
And look at this flop. Both players catch a nice piece of it. Alan Cunningham with the open-ended straight, and David Singer with top pair.
This could be fireworks right here. Both these players have a big chunk of this flop, and they both probably are going to come out pushing chips. You see right away that David Singer has made a big bet.
75,000 is the bet. Alan Cunningham, considering his options.
Well, he has the open-end straight draw. He has an over in the king. Should he raise, take control, or just call wisely, just making the call?
To the turn we go. A 3 of spades.
A blank, no help for Alan Cunningham. But remember, quick check. I expect a big bet here, a big bet from David Singer. He's got top pair. He wants to protect his hand. There's a lot of money in the pot, $1 million laying on the table, and he comes out strong.
200,000, a huge bet from David Singer.
Alan Cunningham deciding.
Oh man!
Wow, this
all
is it.
In for Alan Cunningham.
And if David Singer makes this call, he will be an 82% favorite to win this hand. Alan Cunningham has 10 outs, 4 aces, 3 kings, 3 nines.
David Singer announces call, and he is in great shape going to the river.
And this is it. The entire Vegas Open on the line right now for David Singer. Can Alan Cunningham spike a 9, a king, or an ace to win the Vegas Open?
To the river. An ace of clubs. Alan Cunningham has just eliminated David Singer and is the champion here at the Vegas Open. Such an impressive field this year. The Event of Champions was one that'll go down in the history books, especially with this heads-up match between David Singer and Alan Cunningham, our champion. Jack will be right back with the trophy and cash presentation.
Welcome back to the Venetian Poker Room. I am Jack Haley. The Vegas Open has just concluded. We saw one of the greatest final tables in the history of poker. Before we get to our great contestants, let me take a minute to thank Tim Mix and, of course, Kathy Raymond. They run the poker here at the Venetian. They're going to talk in 1 second, but before we get to them, let's talk to our runner-up, David Singer. David, an amazing poker tournament. You came all the way so close. Tell us, first of all, what it was like to compete with Alan and how close it feels and how great it was in the tournament.
Alan's tough. There's not too many people tougher in the game than Alan, and it was a really good tournament, and he played well, and he deserved to win.
Well, on behalf of the NPL and myself and everyone else, I got to say, you did an amazing job. Thank you very much for everything. It was an honor to watch you play. Now, we're going to take just a second and present the trophy to our champion here, the Vegas Open. I'm going to give this trophy over here to you, and if Kathy, if you will take time to present this to our champion. Alan?
Alan, on behalf of the Venetian Hotel Resort and Casino, I would like to congratulate you as winner of the National Poker League Event of Champions. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Kathy.
Very, very well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
All right, Alan, now I got to ask you to hop over here, right in the middle. Stand next to Davey, don't mind. First of all, looking down at all that cash, I have cash envy, first of all. That's a lot of money, but more important, a tremendous tournament. I told you from start to finish, I was riding you as my horse. What's it feel like, first of all, to win another great event like this?
Yeah, it feels fantastic. In fact, I think this is the first 10,000 or above buy-in event I've ever won. I made lots of final tables and won some World Series, but this is actually the highest buy-in event I've won.
I'll tell you what, it was an honor watching you play, and several times during the show I talked about how I learned today watching poker from both these great guys. They're the best of the best. We got very lucky for myself, Jack Haley, Dave Farah, for everyone at the NPL, for everyone here at the Venetian. Thank you for watching, and one more time, a round of applause for our contestants, David Singer and our champion, Alan Cunningham. See you soon.
Congratulations to Alan Cunningham, the champion of the second annual Vegas Open. Join us next week for more great IPL action. From Las Vegas, I'm Brittany Palmer.
The NPL Vegas Open is a presentation of the International Poker League.